May I come in, sir?
Come,
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
let's please
Thank you, sir.
sit. Harsh, you are tired?
Not much, sir.
What time did you get up
Usually 7:30, sir.
today?
Today 7:30, sir.
7:30.
Yeah.
So at 3 p.m. it's still good morning for you. That's why I asked.
Sorry.
Maybe you have just got up. Okay. Anyway, just relax. No issues. Okay. Please tell us something about yourself.
So my
आराम
name.
से बैठो यार.
Yes, sir.
लग रहा है बहुत घुट के बैठे हो. आराम से कुर्सी में पीछे ऐसे होके आराम से बैठो.
Okay, sir. So my name is Harsh, sir. I belong from the state of Bihar, in particular Aurangabad district. I've done my graduation in BE Electrical and Electronic from BITS Pilani University, and further I have pursued MSc Physics from the BITS Pilani University. And my interest area includes pace bowling, fast bowling, doing exercises, strength and conditioning exercises, and following national contemporary political events.
Okay. Contemporary politics. Very good. Political developments.
Yes, sir.
Rather politics.
Yes, sir. Political
Right.
development.
Okay. Interesting hobbies. In the just concluded test, 2 J's were responsible for India's victory. Who were they?
Sir, pardon, sir. I did not get the question.
In the recently concluded match,
Okay.
test match between India and England,
England, yes.
2 J's
Yes, sir.
helped India win. Who were they?
One was Sir Ravindra Jadeja, and one was Jaiswal, sir.
Jaiswal.
Yes.
Okay, Jaiswal joined an elite club.
Yes, sir.
For what?
For the IPL, sir, he was into the Rajasthan Royals team, sir.
No. Elite club. After this test match, what did he do to achieve that accomplishment?
Yes, sir. So he has the maximum number of sixes being scored within a series in a test match, and that too also within an inning by in the maximum number of sixes in an inning by the Indian as well. And he is the one of the youngest player who has achieved the 2 double hundred within the 10 test match also, sir.
And he is in league with whom?
So in terms of the sixes, sir, the Rohit Sharma earlier had this record, sir.
And how has he joined the league of Vinod Kamli,
I'm not aware about that, sir.
Virat Kohli, Don Bradman?
So in comparison to sir number of sixes, earlier there were the Harbhajan Singh and then Rohit Sharma, and he is the one now he has
Okay.
exceeded.
Okay. You are a fast bowler.
Yes, sir.
Who will be more lethal? A bowler with a speed of 160 kilometers or a bowler with a speed of 135 kilometers but with swing?
I'll definitely go for the bowler with the 135 and 140 range with a swing. They could be more lethal and they could be more unpredictable for the batsman, sir.
Okay, which is the best considered speed for a reverse swing?
So reversing usually happens at the 140 and 145. And that too when the ball is very old and the conditions are dusty, sir.
Okay. Bihar recently did caste survey,
Yes.
caste census.
Yes.
Do you think it's a good project undertaken, considering how fractured the social fabric of this country is?
So any kind of survey and data collection, and that with respect to the Bihar, the caste survey, it depends upon what kind of, how we are going to incorporate into our policy, how we are going to use the data for the positive discrimination, social upliftment as well. So it all depends upon how the government is going to use that particular data into their policy making, sir. So if they are going to positively use this data to effectively ensure that social inequality could be reduced, I think it would be a positive step, sir.
After 75 years of affirmative action, the so-called euphemistically reservation is called affirmative action, though there is no mention of this word, this phrase anywhere. Do you think it has helped in any way in reducing social inequality or the caste consciousness?
So I believe, sir, it has reduced. It has allowed the people to get into the educational sector by the virtue of the reservation being given to many of the castes, and also into the government jobs as well. So there is always a problem with respect to the reservation policy, but it has helped a lot of the caste. There are the many castes which were very deprived during the post-independence. They have taken the advantage of this, but there is already many problems also attached. Like only few castes within the subcategories are taking the advantage, and many other sub caste group has not taken the advantage.
So, what are you arriving at? That these subcastes that are taking advantages and who have done well, they should be removed from the reservation list?
I think that the certain clauses need to be introduced within the this policy of reservation. It could be something like having a bar on the creamy layer that could be categorically defined. Also, the generational advantage that the certain caste have already gotten. So these kind of provisions could be included. And further, sir, there has been recommendation by the G. Rohini Commission for the subcategorization for the caste who has not availed the benefits of reservation.
Are you following the news in Pakistan?
Yes, sir, to an extent, yes.
To an extent. Yes. So, one of their election commissioners or electoral officers, he has tried to come out clean. What is the implication of that on the outcome of elections in Pakistan?
So as far as you know, sir, recently a very high official who came out and he said there has been the bugging in the election, and a lot very high officials to the stature of judges and the chief election commissioner, they have involved into the rigging and other things and deciding the elections. So I believe, sir, it erodes the democratic fundamentals, democratic principle, and it erodes the faith of the people into the government.
So, what do you think? Will the election commission order repoll, or the Pakistani military will call the shots?
So as there has been, it has been seen, the Pakistani military has upper say, and it dictates the executive and the bureaucracy in Pakistan. So it's very difficult to exert their influence. Executive could exert the influence over the military bureaucracy, sir.
My last question.
Yes.
What is the response of international community on this development in Pakistan?
So the Western countries, also the European countries, have also pointed out about the opposition leaders being targeted. They have not been given the adequate space during the election, and they have said they have pointed out the more free and fair election could have been conducted in Pakistan.
Which newspaper did you read this story?
So Indian Express I usually read.
Is jati more important in India or caste?
So jati is a kind of, sir, empirical thing that is existing in the society. And
How is it empirical?
because this is the existing reality. The caste could be a bigger subset, and within that there could be multiple jatis.
So jati is not caste.
So, sir, Varna could be a greater framework which could be equivalent to the caste, and within that there could be the multiple subcaste or the jatis are present.
So Varna and caste are same.
Not exactly in the sense, sir. It's like a broader framework of the Varna, and within that there is empirical existence of different caste and the subcaste. Those are called the jati in India, sir.
Okay. Is there any connection between jati and gotra?
Gotra are basically, sir, the lineage that is derived on the basis of the
I know
common
that.
ancestry.
Is there a connection between jati and gotra?
Yes, sir, the certain jatis, they derive their ancestral linkages from the certain, like the Suryavanshi, they derive from the Surya. The Chandravanshi, they derive from the Chandra.
I see you stay in BTM stage 2,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Now sociologically tell me how different BTM stage 1 is different from BTM stage 2.
So BTM stage 2 is comparatively older part of the Bangalore, sir. And the BTM stage 2 is comparatively more planned. The less density is there. The societies are well planned. Even the lake has been designed for the proper water harvesting and other things, sir. That is missing in BTM stage 1.
Sociologically speaking,
BTM stage 2, sir, basically it has more of the population who have immigrated from the outside, and more of the people who have come from the North India, they have settled in the BTM.
have you been to BTM stage 1?
Yes, sir, I've been to BTM stage.
Does it show some element of ghettoization?
I have not analyzed to that extent, sir.
What's a ghetto?
Ghetto is like concentration of the certain set of population within a small
That's why
sphere.
I'm asking you. Did you notice anything in BTM 1?
Yes, sir, comparatively the density is comparatively.
In terms of ghettoization, what kind of people?
I have not, to an extent, I have not analyzed.
How do you connect a slum to a ghetto?
So, ghetto is usually a term when it is used when the certain ethnicity or the particular religion from the belonging to particular religion, if they are staying into the certain region which are very high dense population, and usually it is seen in the slum areas. Also, the people from the certain areas being ghettoized to a particular area, or the certain people from the certain community staying into the certain particular areas, which are deprived of the basic amenities.
In sociology, how do you distinguish between fact and theory?
Yes, sir. So theory is something when it's a summation of the facts, and using that facts, we try to justify whatever the hypothesis we have come up with. So we try to theorize those hypotheses, and the fact is some of the unique ideas that seems to be very consistent or irrespective of the situation and the events.
Theory also is supposed to be consistent across situations.
But theory is a multiplicity of the facts that can be put together and could be theorized, sir.
Explain, give me an example of what you're saying.
Can I take a moment, sir? So suppose, so like the reason for the poverty, there could be multiple reasons for the poverty. There could be facts, there could be certain situational constraint. The one is poor because the availability of the food grains is less, and the one is poor because it belongs to the certain caste.
These are hypotheses or theories or facts?
So at times it is, if it is being repeated, it could be called a fact. In the certain community, suppose it happens, but we put together all these things. So poverty could be idea, could be because of the situational factors, it could be because of the structural factors, and it could be social, like certain community being aggressively being not allowed to have the.
Are you sure you are able to distinguish between fact and theory, or are you confused?
I'm not able to. I'm not able to answer.
You're not able to answer.
Yes.
So what were you doing for so long?
So my idea was basically the fact are the unit facts, and when it's combined, it leads to theories.
Thank you.
Harsh,
Yes.
what is a money bill?
So money bills are all the particular bill which is defined under Article 1101A to 1101F, and it could be related to taxation, it could be related to the money matters, and sir, it is passed. It is introduced with the recommendation of the President, Honorable President, and could be passed only through the Lok Sabha and could be discussed only in the Rajya Sabha.
Will the electoral bond, which has been just struck down,
Yes.
would it be considered while being introduced as a money bill?
Yes, sir. It was introduced as like a money bill, and still it is sub judice, and the Supreme Court is taking a view on that.
Okay. Why is Aurangabad so famous?
So Aurangabad is famous for a few of the religious site. So one is the famous Deva temple, Sun temple is there, sir.
Okay.
One of the fort that has been built during the Shershah story, built by the Daulat Khan. So that is there in the Daud Nagar, one of the subdivision of Aurangabad, sir.
Are you aware of Global Hunger Index?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So it measures the hungry population in a particular country, and India ranks I'm not exactly, I don't know, but it's more than below the 100th rank.
Do you think poverty is still an issue in India?
Yes, sir, we have tackled the poverty to an extent, but still there is a huge population, approximately 11% of the population, that is still under the multidimensional poverty, sir.
Okay, okay. Now suppose you are a district magistrate somewhere in some district
Yes.
where there are say about 20% people who are below poverty line, What all schemes do you have from the government to uplift them out of the poverty line?
So, sir, there are various schemes. One is Deen Dayal Upadhyay National Rural Livelihood Mission for the self-help group development. Manrega scheme is ensuring for the work into the informal sector. For, yes, sir. Ajivika mission is, suppose in my state there is a Jivika mission is there
Okay.
for bringing the women under the self-help group, providing them the credit and to have their small ventures running up as well, sir.
What is the smart city project?
Yes, sir. So smart city, it's about creating a sustainable infrastructure, inclusive infrastructure, technologically robust infrastructure. It's based on the innovation, and it's making sure the city could be sustainable for the upcoming generations as well. So
In what manner?
it could be, so in terms of the ease of living, in terms of the commutations, in terms of ability of jobs, in terms of having the infrastructure, climate friendly infrastructure.
And how many cities have been selected for this project?
I do not know the numbers.
Oh, you don't know. Yeah, okay. Are you aware of this Houthis?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the Houthi issue?
So these are the rebel group in Yemen, and it is being said they are backed by the Israel. They are backed by the Iran, and they are the Shia militias who they are engaged into the civil war in the Yemen.
What effect they are creating upon the maritime trade?
Yes, sir.
What effect?
So they have the influence and the dominance in the Red Sea region, and it is one of the important marine trade routes. So it has been seen there has been attack on the Indian bound vessels as well, or to the vessels going towards the US as well. And very recently the US intel report has come, and it has said they are facing difficulties because of the unmanned surface vessels they have, the naval capacity that they have generated in the Red Sea.
See, England, Britain has a constitutional monarchy.
Yes, sir.
So, can we have one? What are the advantages and disadvantages of a constitutional monarchy?
So I believe, sir, the trajectory of India is very different. India is a republic, and here the head of the state, the president, they are being chosen by the people, though indirectly. And the Britain has a different history and how the parliamentary system has evolved, and they have the constitution. So I believe, sir, India is a republic. People have the faith reposed in the person who has been chosen democratically, and I think India will continue to do so.
Okay, thank you, Harsh.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
What is known as the sorrow of Bihar?
So the flood basically by the Kosi River, it is known as the Sorrow of Bihar, sir.
If we need to sort out this issue, what solutions can you suggest?
Can you take a moment, sir? So I believe, sir, this is a structural problem, so it will require some kind of the short-term solutions, medium-term solutions, and long-term solutions.
Okay.
Suppose there is a recurrent flood every year, sir. So we can have, first we should have the land zoning and the land mapping, so that we can basically figure out what are the areas which are more vulnerable, and we can do all the embankments and other things. Second, we can build some disaster relief centers as well, so that in case of
All this that you are suggesting, has it not been done in the last 75 years of independence?
So to an extent, what it could have been done, and the amount of population in the geography it is being impacted, I believe, sir, it has not been done.
You have seen the Kosi River in dry season?
I have not been to this.
All these rivers of North Bihar, in dry season, they are as or almost at the level of the land close to that embankment. Don't you think there is something more serious that needs to be done rather than just doing a land survey and embankment and other things?
Yes, sir.
What is the solution?
So basically, we must need have a mega structure. We could, so that in the rainy season we can sift the excess amount of water from the surface.
No, you're not getting it. is dredging not a solution? I mean, you have to make the river look like
Yes, sir.
rivers.
River.
They look like normal farming lands.
Yes, I agree. Sir.
Okay. What is the engineering explanation of reverse swing?
Pardon, sir?
Why does reverse swing take place? Engineering explanation of reverse swing.
So if I get it right, reverse swing is like the changing the trajectory of river.
No. I am asking from your cricketing background.
Okay, sir.
Reverse swing, you mentioned
Okay,
about
reverse
reverse swing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So why does swing happen?
Yes, sir. So this is in the physics it is called the Magnus effect, and it is because of the differential pressure on the both side of the ball.
That is for the swing.
That is for the swing, and because there is one rough side.
That's fine. That's for the swing.
Yes.
I said, what is the reason for a reverse swing?
Yes, sir. So when the conditions become dry, and this condition becomes so dry, and you start making the ball so that even the rough side becomes the more polished, and there is a change into the pressure. What the scenario that happens in the first 10 hours and 15 hours of the
You're not giving the right explanation. You're trying to play a fast one. This is not the reason. Okay. What is a universal motor?
I'm not aware.
You are an electrical engineer.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between a generator and alternator?
So generator is a device which basically produces electricity.
You know that difference or not? Are you guessing? There's a very simple difference between these two.
I'm not exactly aware.
What satellite launch was held recently?
So very recently, sir, INSAT 3D satellite was launched.
What kind of satellite it was?
It is basically for the Earth observation system for looking over the different rain.
Meteorological.
Yes, a meteorological
Okay,
satellite.
thank you.
Good afternoon, Harsh.
Good afternoon, sir.
I feel BITS Pilani is one of the few institutes, perhaps the only one, which has BE in electrical and electronics engineering.
Yes, sir.
Most of the institutions of engineering are either BTech, they have either electronics and communication, or computer, or electrical engineering also, there is one of the, but electrical and electronics engineering. Why did you pick up this subject? I mean, what is the similarity between from electrical engineering we move to the electronics engineering?
Yes.
So why these two clubbed together? Why don't we call it electronics and communication?
Because earlier, sir, electrical system was mostly related to the bigger.
Are you aware of any other institution which offers this kind of program, electrical and electronics?
Even IIT Delhi, sir, offers.
IIT Delhi?
Delhi, yes, sir.
Electrical and electronics. But they offer BTech.
They offer BTech, sir.
So what is the difference between BTech and BE?
So both are the engineering courses only.
No. BTech, why do the IITs call it BTech? Why not they don't call it BE?
Because there is a technology aspect related to the graduation.
Engineering is also technology.
Yes, sir. So
Anyway, please tell me, Bihar is the only state perhaps who will not come out of that infamous Bimaru.
yes, sir.
And Bihar youth are brilliant. Maximum number of them get selected in various state and central services. But nobody wants to stay in Bihar. You also want to get out of Bihar. How will Bihar improve? How will Bihar get out of this present situation?
Yes, I agree. There has been the exodus of the people from all startups from the Bihar to other.
Yeah.
And this is a need of ours to go back and contribute to the development of Bihar as well. And in order to do that, we must need to have very high quality professionals who could be working in Bihar. And we must tackle the problem that are the fundamental problems of Bihar, like too much agriculture dependency, lack of industrial opportunities present there. We must tackle the climate related issues that affects the Bihar.
Your
as well.
Naxalite problem also taken away by Chhattisgarh to large extent.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? I mean, so what, Jharkhand, I mean.
Yes.
And what is, now you should be able to get out of this infamous, very bad kind of nomenclature. You are still there. What is the basic reason according to you?
So there has been deprivation in the Bihar. One is the economic deprivation. We could not mobilize the economic resources that could have uplifted the masses from the poverty. Other problem is the law and order issues, sir. It basically inhibited the aspiration of the people, and criminal elements that was
Our politician, the quality of politician and the type of people you've been getting to head the state, is that one of the problems? I'm looking at Nitish's record. How many times has he become the chief minister?
it is the 10th time, sir. He has
Ninth, no 10, don't exaggerate it, it is 9. 9 times he's become and how many times he's taken the U-turn?
I'm not aware, but it would be a 6th time, I think.
5 times he's taken the U-turn also. Now, if this is the type of quality of leaders you have, I mean, I'm not casting any aspersion on Nitish Kumar. He may be a great administrator. But anyway, this is one of the. Now, Birla Institute. Now, tell me what is the contribution of Birlas to our independence struggle?
So GD Birla, he was the avid Gandhian also, sir.
Yeah.
He has supported the industrialization of India, and the industrialization that is very basic rooted into the indigenization. So indigenous industrialization he has promoted in the textile sector, into manufacturing sectors like the cement. So those are his contributions, sir. And also he has been one of the pioneers who has established the education institution in the many places.
Yes.
So he has the 4.
Now, why have the Birlas established a temple in almost every major city of India? Is there one in Patna? Birla temple or no?
Not in Patna, but as far as you know, it's one in Pilani, one in Hyderabad also, sir.
Hyderabad, there is a very. About Delhi?
I'm not aware.
You mean you are not aware of the Birla temple in Delhi?
No, I have not been to, sir.
You can't recollect Mahatma Gandhi? Something to do with him.
Oh, yeah, so he was the one who was going to offer the prayer.
He was offering prayer there. Anyway, but Birlas, what is the temple? Why do they have temples in every major city? Is there a special reason behind it?
See, here through the temples, he has promoted the religious, basically the religious ethos of India into the different cities.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Harsh,
Yes, sir.
that concludes your interview today, the mock. So, how did you do today?
A few questions I could have answered it better, sir.
Few or more? Okay. How many mocks have you had so far?
6 mocks I had.
6 mocks. And when is the interview?
13th March, sir.
So you are almost ready, right? Okay. Oh, that's nice. You are prepared for that, and you have done well.
Thank you, sir.
But let us say, let's go over what you have done. One, you are properly dressed, everything is fine. But be alert that what time of the day is that. 1. 2, brown shoes are fashionable with navy blues, but for interview, I think a laced shoe, a black laced shoe may be better.
I'll go for that, sir.
Oxford or brogue, choice can be yours.
Okay, sir.
It's whatever you want to wear. I think tie knot could also be slightly closer to this, and knot should be touching your belt. Sorry, tie. The tip of the tie should touch your belt. Right. This done, and in the thing, you have been trying to answer every question in roundabout manner. Right? If you know the answer, hit the nail on the head. You don't create a preamble or premise before you come to the main point. We don't have time. No interview board will have time or patience. So whatever are the salient features of the issue, you should be able to systematically, in order of priority, state that. No need for further explanations. So, and if you do not know, admit it in the beginning. As and when the question is posed to you, think for a fraction of a second whether you know it or not. If you don't know,
your strategy should be to immediately accept it and say no, instead of trying to give an answer which will lower your honesty quotient, right? And you may not get as many marks as you will by not answering the question than wrongly attempting to answer the question. So this was the major drawback that we found that you have. You need to work on your DAF, read it carefully, what all you have written down in it. Ask one of your course mates or class fellows or somebody to critically probe you on each one of those points, critically. For you, these may be routine things that you have put down in the DAF, but others can find number of uncomfortable questions from them, right? Then your educational qualifications, your optional subject, and the current affairs. You got to be absolutely in line with those. You got to be refresh your notes, go through your refresh your memory, go through your notes, and I believe you will do very well.
Thank you.
So, right? Any questions you have? Instead of going on and believing that people will trust you whatever you are saying, no, it doesn't happen that way. If I ask a question, he asks a question, we know what we are talking about, right? So don't try to give long speeches. Just finish whatever you know. You should state in concise form. Then you will do very well. You have time, almost 3 weeks. Practice it. All the very best to you.
You have a great potential, Harsh. You can do very well.
प्लेजेंट होने की कोशिश करो.
थोड़ा
योर एक्सप्रेशन इज बॉर्डरिंग ऑन नियर फ्राउन.
थोड़ा स्माइल थोड़ा सा.
ठीक है. इंटरव्यू में कहना आसान है, होता नहीं है. आप जाओ.
रिलैक्स करना.
All the best.
थैंक यू.
ऑल द बेस्ट. गुड लक.
हम सब भी ऐसे ही